So I had a new experience today I've never done in my life. I trolled someone. I trolled somebody on purpose. In fact, I was so unsure of myself in doing that I set it up, and then I had to call my husband at work and give him the whole backstory and say, like, should I do this, or is this like a bad thing to do? Because I've never done it before, and I was having all these different competing emotions. And I did it, and now it's so funny. I've never trolled anybody before in my life. And this all ties into the whole fighting thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like so it was a cockroach thing. It turned into like you have to fight. It's time to fight. And I was like, no, I don't want to fight. I don't like fighting. And then my sister-in-law tried to help me. My sister-in-law who passed said, she tried to help me after I spent time with my mother-in-law. My sister-in-law who passed said, you're a bitch. And I was like, what did I do? All scared. And then she's like, I said, what's this really about? This isn't us. What's going on? She's like, okay, well, you caught me. You're not good at fighting. You have to be able to fight and all this stuff. And I was like, well, Jesus didn't fight. And she said, well, Jesus never ran from a fight. You run from fights. You can't even fight on Twitter. Like, anyone can fight on Twitter. And that's how bad you are at fighting. So then I finally went to Neem Karoli Baba. I always try and see how much I can get out of a situation before I even bother him. Not that it's a bother, but he is of such few words that I see how far I can get by myself. And then I go to him and say, okay, I need some clarity here. And so he says, it's not about fighting, it's about being a warrior. And more like being able to be witness to fighting, let people fight you while being a peaceful warrior. Those aren't his words, but that's Dan Millman's The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. Dan Millman wrote a book, and there's a movie too, The Peaceful Warrior, that I send out for my classes. And so the whole deal is in being a warrior, not being afraid to fight. And so I've triggered some people a couple times, and I've always worked through it, and it's made me grow, and it's helped my perspective and expand my mindset and all that. And then all of a sudden, today's just different. And the difference started yesterday. I posted something I thought was helpful, and of course it drew negativity because it was on Facebook, and Facebook is just a big ego playground that I do want to leave. And so I'm at this point, I'm ready to and willing to ask, please subscribe, so I can get 1,000 subscribers, and then they'll let me live stream on YouTube, which is really where I'd rather live stream. But for now, it's Facebook. And I had this resistance to Facebook. So when I find where I have resistance, I know that's where my work is. So my resistance was to using Facebook the way normal people use Facebook, like their personal page. So I had a personal page. That's how I created both the Renegade Yogi group for empowerment and raising your individual vibration. And also, I started a second page much later called the it's called C Men's Empowerment Group. And I got someone else to take that over who's very engaged with the page and understands everything I say. And he's on the Renegade Yogi page. So I figure, leave it up to him. He can choose. You know who you are. I love you, and I just want to thank you right now because you watch my videos. You watch my videos, and you're in charge of the C Men's Empowerment Group on Facebook. so I don't have to do that. I want, I provide this free stuff. If you don't know who I am, I'm an energy healer, channeler, and I talk to people who've died. I can channel people's higher self, their bodies, their angels, people who've passed. I just channeled my friend's aunt who's passed today at breakfast. And she died in her 90s. And while my friend was talking, her aunt was like thinking that was so neat that I could say what she was trying to tell her niece, because there's a situation in their family. And the aunt wants my friend to hold the people accountable because they're out of integrity. And it's easy for good people, good-hearted people who don't want drama, and who, for my friend, it's not about money. Her aunt's like, they're out of integrity. It's an ethics issue. And at some point, you're going to be on your deathbed, and you're going to have to look back at your life choices, and you really want to be proud of yourself. And while I understand that at this point in your life, it's not about money and you don't want to make waves, but you're pretty much done with this person in your family and this lawyer. So you might as well, treat it as the moral and ethical issue that it is, and take it seriously and hold them accountable, because if you don't, it doesn't serve anyone. Like letting these people get away with immoral, unethical behavior and then make $300,000 on it just because you don't want to make a big deal and money and dead person, whatever. She's like, while I get that, while I understand, and I have respect for that, if these people, through unethical and immoral behavior, make money, it's only going to lend credibility and feed the behavior of the unethical and the immoral behavior. So you're not serving anyone by not holding them accountable. So this lady's in her 90s, way late 90s. And so my friend was telling me part of the story, and her aunt's like, this is marvelous. It was so cute. Okay, so I channel people who've passed, and lucky for me. And so my sister-in-law is like, Jesus stood there and he didn't run from the fight. Like, you run from the fight. And she says, he turned the other cheek, but he still stayed there. So you need to be willing to just stay there. And then I get that, like, other people can't hear what I hear. And so I get taken the wrong way a lot. And that's also a story that I've created in my head. I'm afraid to talk because I get taken the wrong way. And, people used to ask, why would anyone vote for this person? Fill in the blank. And I would know why. And so then as soon as I didn't seem to realize that the person was saying, why would anyone vote for fill in the blank? I would answer that question as if it was a legitimate question, but it really wasn't. It was actually a statement in disguise that anyone who would vote for that person is a name call, story. So when I said why people voted for that person, then I would get attacked as if I was voting for that person. And so I have people in my Renegade Yogi group that have been trying to saying like, thinking I'm on a side, and I caught you. It's like, okay, you think you caught me, and what it is like, they don't understand what I'm saying. So the people who don't understand me it's time for them to go. It's time for them to leave this life raft that I have created with Renegade Yogi to assist people who just want to have a higher vibration. They want to have a higher individual vibration, which raises the collective vibration. They want to be more peaceful. They want to be more loving. They want to be more high vibrational. And there's some awareness on some of their parts that many people are getting played. Okay. And so people constantly they're trying to peg me. The anger and attacks only come from the liberal side. Not that it's not on the other side. It just doesn't seem to come from that side, or those people are just not saying anything. But so the attacks are like, why are you trying to make us Trump voters? And I'm like, they don't understand that I'm not trying to turn anyone into any kind of voter, and I'm not trying to make people think like me. I'm trying to help people understand the way that I think, because I'm happier than most people. And I have a different perspective, because when I channel people who've passed, they give me a completely different perspective. And I refuse to hate, because I know that hate hurts me. So I used to teach 3 to 5-year-old preschoolers how to meditate. And I asked for help from Archangel Michael. And the first couple things that came is, I gotta hurry this up, but first couple things that came were, sorry, I'm getting texts and I'm just distracted, but can grown-ups throw tantrums? The answer, they would all say no, and the answer is yes. And then Archangel Michael had me say to these kids, it's your job as a human being to love all other human beings. It's your job to love all others. Some people you love like this, and some people you love like that. So to the extent that you can't love someone, you hurt yourself. So that's why love and forgiveness is so important. Not for that person, but for you, because it puts you in a more peaceful state. So the more love that you can hold, the more love that you can be, the better you're going to feel. Okay. Right. Okay. So I'm not going to hate any politician, no matter what they do, no matter what they've done, no matter what they're doing, and no matter what they're going to do. I refuse to hate. And that's a problem for some people. They want me to hate. I'm not going to. I'm teaching people how not to hate. I'm teaching people how to love more. Because I've found that loving and forgiving and respecting the free will choices of all and blessing people is my way to be free. And I know beyond any doubt that my soul requires freedom. You know, in order to be truly happy, and in order to allow myself to be whoever my soul created this existence to be. And so to me, that's the only, I wouldn't be happy hating. Not that I don't feel hate, I do. I hate people and situations. And when I feel that, I know there's work there. There's just work for me to do. So my Renegade Yogi page and the whole thing is just this life raft where I'm showing, using my own life, using my own experiences and what I'm going through on my own personal journey. I'm showing this is how I'm doing it. I'm angry or I'm triggered or whatever, and I do these videos and I show tapping, and I'm showing, using what's happening to me now as a way of showing people, well, this is how I'm doing it. And I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2 children. You know, I'm not a political pundit. You know, I am just doing what I can do to raise my own vibration and in assistance of other people. Because if I can raise my vibration to 1,000, I raise the vibration of 2 million people vibrating at 200. Courage. Those are the people I'm working for. Whoever those 2 million people are, that's who I'm working for. I'm working for those 2 million. I don't need to know what their names are. I just need to focus my energy on my own vibration rising. And then whoever wants to do the same thing, they have their 2 million people. Okay. So if I just get 5 Renegade Yogis to 1,000 level vibration, that's 10 million people that we've raised. So it's a numbers game, and I'm not trying to make anybody be me, and I know that's not common. So people are looking for me to be trying to make people be be me, and then they want to fight me because these people following a mainstream media narrative. And I have these people dropping out of my my page, and that's exactly what I want. If you don't understand what I'm doing, I really do. I want you to go. Leave the page. Leave the Renegade Yogi movement. Leave it, because you're holding everybody else back, because there are people that do get it. They understand bless, forgive, respect, and love. They understand raise my vibration to raise the vibration of the collective. They understand my vibration at 1,000 raises the vibration of 2 million people vibrating at 200. They understand the left-right paradigm is divisive and you're getting played. They understand this. And they also understand that I'm a stay-at-home mom using my process, showing it on, this is what I'm doing. You take what you can get from it. You use what you can use, and you throw out the rest. I like to call myself now, I'm calling myself a spiritual comedian, because I need to start allowing myself to be fun. I'm actually very fun, and I'm funny. And the people, when I engage with people one-on-one, they understand, and they laugh, and it raises their vibration as it raises mine. So I encourage people to leave. If you need to leave, if you're not getting it, just go. Really, I'm going to leave Facebook at some point as soon as I can live stream, either on YouTube or somewhere else. But I bless, forgive, and I love, love, love all the people leaving the Renegade Yogi movement now. It is a life raft for the ones that get it. And if I trigger you, I lovingly say, peace out. Peace. That's it. So I guess this is my version of fighting, or my version of being a warrior. This is my version of it. It's just being more authentic, being genuine, and being a spiritual comedian. And if I trigger you, I guess that just has to be okay with me, because it's okay to so many of the people that are like this with me, like tell me more, wait, tell me more, and you know, I watched Bill Burr's comedy, and I watched Dave Chappelle's comedy, and I listened to George Carlin when he was alive. And if I'm afraid to speak like those three men, those three comedians, if I'm afraid not to talk as freely as them, then who am I serving? Not my 2 million, not the 2 million of my people, my 2 million. And so, you know, this is an easy movement to join. I do tons of free crap, and I do what I can do freely. But if I'm being put in a position to defend myself, then that's a lot of the energy that I want to use for my 2 million people, going to defend myself and deflect like Wonder Woman, as if I'm trying to be right, and I'm not. So peace out. I love you. Whether you're, you know, a Renegade Yogi or not, this is free. These are free. You get what you pay for. If you get triggered, I don't need to hear it. I don't need to know. I don't care. I bless you. I forgive you and your tantrums and your triggers. I respect your free will choices to hate me and to throw daggers and to gotta tell me all about how I want. I don't mind. Okay? Please. Work on whatever it is you want to work on. But don't bring your triggers to me, because I don't care. I have bigger fish to fry. It's just a numbers game. No offense, I'm working for the 2 million people that I'm raising. Okay, I'm working for the Renegade Yogis that understand. That's who I'm working for. And if you don't want to be on the life raft, you don't have to be. You didn't pay for this. I didn't put a gun to your head. Have a great life. Enjoy being triggered. I love you. Even if you hate me, I don't care. I love you. That's what empowerment is. Isn't that fun? Okay. Peace out.